What's up, everybody? He is Michael Langston, recruiting analyst for Warchant.com, Rivals.com. I'm Aslan Hajavandi, director of digital media for Warchant.com, your ultimate Seminole sports source. If you're not a member, use the promo code Warchant30 for 30 free days of access, again, to the ultimate Seminole sports source. Michael, as we continue to look and profile at all of these prospects that Mike Norvell was able to bring in his first signing class, we have to maybe look away from the prep ranks and look at the transfer. The portal market was a little bit favorable to Norvell and his staff, maybe none more so than Jashaun Corbin, formerly of Texas A&M. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff with him, so let's go right to the wow factor when we talk about a guy like Corbin. What wows you?
Well, what wows you is when you watch him, the way he runs between the tackles. He was the starting running back at Texas A&M before he had a hamstring injury. Very explosive in space. I mean, that's what he does. I mean, he's got very good pull-away speed, but his ability in space is something that I think Coach Norvell has already, praised as far as what he's seen. And I think that's what people will see as far as, the way he can make people miss and the way he fights off tackles, but the way he explodes out in that short space. So that's a thing that people are going to like. And then also his durability. He's a very strong kid. I mean, can get after it, can break tackles very well, and certainly has the pull-away speed to take it to the house.
All right, well, that's the wow factor. What does he have to work on, would you say, Michael?
I would say more stuff with as a receiver, because I think he's going to do a lot more of that. I'd want to see more improvement in him as a receiver. He certainly did that out of high school. He's originally from Melbourne, Florida. Played over there at Rockledge. Before that, he played at Holy Trinity. He did a lot of special team stuff with that, and he did a lot more receiving then. But I think that's something that you want to see a lot more of him, what he does, how he sets up the blocks as far as receiver, and then also just getting the separation that you want to see from running backs. They're covered by linebackers, so that's kind of what I want to see as far as improvement with Jashaun.
Corbin's already on campus. He's already undergone a few spring practices before things were halted. Here's what the coaching staff had to say about him after one of those spring practices.
I've really been pleased with him. I think that he's going to be non-contact for the most part of the spring, but he's done a nice job. You can see he's coming off of an injury that a lot of that sometimes the mental block, and he's really done a good job of getting treatment, of rehabbing throughout the spring, and you can tell that he's definitely an explosive young man. He got great size, strength. I mean, he's very pleased to have him.
Versatility, be able to turn kicks, punts, be able to catch the ball, run the ball, just be able to do everything all-purpose back. So I think I can bring a lot to the table.
Would you say, red shirt or green light when it comes to Corbin's prospects for 2020?
Certainly, I think it will be a green light. I think he's a guy that will play, and I'll put something out there. This is just struck in my opinion, no Warchant. I think he has a legitimate shot to be the starting running back for FSU. I mean, that's how good he is. I mean, that's how I think he fits everything. When you look at the Norvell type of running backs, he's the guy. He fits that mold, and I think this kid has the strength, and he would be my favorite to possibly likely win that starting job.
Yeah, it's crazy. The running back room was so crowded, then it became empty, and now it's going to be crowded once more. And just one thing before we go, Corbin originally was listed back in February on signing day, was listed at 6'1", 191. The spring roster has him at 6'2", 213. So the Storm's Body by Storm strength program already paying dividends, maybe for a transfer that could be a starter, as Michael said.
Yep.
This is the latest edition of Warchant TV's Projecting the Prospects. Stay tuned and connected to Warchant.com for much more.